Hey, Melissa, can you see
Hello.
my screen?
Yeah, can.
You can see clearly, right? Like, hello, welcome to Harry. Can you still see
Yeah.
my picture? I mean, my video?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Hey, Zach.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear
Hey,
me?
man. Yeah. It's just two of you. Unfortunately, I don't know where's everyone else. Do you mind if we wait for a little bit longer? 5 more minutes?
Sure, no worries.
Okay. So, where are you from, Zach?
As in country-wise or like I'm from Singapore.
Oh, you're from Singapore, right? Okay.
Yeah. And you? From
Malaysia.
KL, is it? Or
Yeah, KL.
okay.
One sec, bro. Cause no, when you clicked on the link, did you click on it through Gmail? Like
No.
this link that
Oh,
you came.
I think mine
Can
was
see all your WhatsApp video.
Yeah.
sent to the I think mine was sent to Hotmail.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think one or two more are joining. Just wait for them a bit. Oh, so Zach, you're from Singapore, lah. No, of course, we were testing out our ads in Singapore. We're testing our ads in Singapore just to see how it
Oh, I
does.
see.
Yeah.
I see.
So because we think I'm gonna share a bit more about this later on, then you understand what we're trying to do here. But yeah, Zach, maybe you can introduce yourself a bit so you can get to know Melissa a bit. We can all get to know each other.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Is everyone from Malaysia?
I think we're gonna have. I mean, 3 Singaporeans sign up, but seems like you're the only one here.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. No, so where Zach, you're from Singapore, right? How old are you?
30.
Oh, 30. Okay. So your background is in
I'm a teacher.
Oh, you're a teacher. Your
Yeah.
background. So why are you interested in this web development tech stuff?
I'm trying to learn more about coding. I did a bit of like coding background previously, but didn't really go into it. And then
Okay.
just want to get back into it because I'm trying to develop something also at the same time. For that,
Very
for
cool.
education.
Okay, very nice. Do you learn yourself back in the days?
No. I learned it from school, but it was like really long time ago. So a lot of things are outdated and stuff.
Okay. Very nice.
So
Singapore
yeah,
lah, in Singapore lah, right?
Singapore, yeah. So recently I've tried picking it up again. Still a bit lost.
Okay. No worries. But it's gonna be easier for you lah compared to people who are fresh, complete beginners, correct? Or no? Do you think you're a complete beginner as well?
I have no idea.
Okay. So yeah, Melissa, why don't you introduce yourself as well?
Oh, hi, I'm Melissa. I'm actually studied accounting and finance with Derek. But then I worked for almost 1 year, 4 months. Then I decided to quit due to other reasons. Then now I'm just looking at something new.
Okay, so you're exploring coding, but your prior experience is nothing, is it? Is just accounting and finance?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I just want to get to know your level so I can adjust the speed and adjust the contents also. I prepared quite a bit of contents today.
Oh, that's good.
Who else is here? Let me see who else is here.
Well,
There's one more guy.
what's this? How do you? Is today's session going to be about? What's today's session going to be about?
Yeah, today is just an intro session for me to get to know you guys, introduce what we do to you guys, and I'm also going to walk through web development, the roadmap to learning tech. So yeah, it's going to be around 1 hour. So hope you guys will enjoy it. If any questions, just ask me anytime. I'm okay. I can answer anything.
Will you
or if you want to stay
to
after this.
Will you be going to the technical stuff?
Technical as in teaching you code today?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
It's more of a roadmap. So what you need to learn, what are the steps? At what point will you be ready to apply for jobs, or at what point will you be ready to know enough to do whatever you want to do?
Oh, okay. Will you be eventually getting into code?
Today, yeah.
Oh, no, eventually. Or is this a one-off session, or is this?
No, this is an intro session. So it's an introduction session to our 6 months course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So I'll walk through you guys again later. Hey, Jake, you want to introduce yourself, Jake?
Yeah, hi, how's it going? Thanks for sending me the address.
Hey, no worries, bro.
Yeah, so my
Where are
name's
you
Jake.
from, Jake?
You mean where I live?
Yeah.
Puchong.
Oh, Puchong. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Malaysia. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I was from Puchong. So which part of Puchong are you from?
Oh, nice. Bala.
Hey, shit, me too, man. I used to live in BK4.
Ah, where are you now?
I'm in Subang now.
Oh, you live in Subang now.
Yeah, you? I was studying in section 4, Bandar Kinrara,
Ah, nice.
for a few
I'm
years.
at 3.
Lah.
I'm at 3.
Okay, very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Same hometown. Okay,
Cool.
guys. It's just somehow it's just 4 of, and there's one more. This someone logging in with a different web.zoom.us. Who is this? You, Jake? Because this person joined the same time as you. You joined with 2 devices?
No.
Oh, someone else. Hi, the person with no name. I wonder who this. Can you guys see that person though in the group list?
I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Can you continue, Jake? Just about your background.
Yeah, so I'm working in finance right now. Well, you can consider me a fresh grad, I guess. I just graduated 2 years, within 2 years. Just started, but because I'm working in the VC industry,
Oh,
and so we
nice.
deal a lot with tech companies, and my boss wanted me to basically improve myself in terms of learn more
very
things.
nice.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I have zero exposure to tech prior to this. I did a little bit of self-taught kind of coding experience, a little bit, more on the beginner side. So that one's okay, but then as you go deeper, then I will get lost somewhere. And so yeah, that's where I am at
Hey,
right now.
Jake. Actually, we have quite a lot of similar interests. I'm also from finance background. Formal education wise,
Oh,
and I
nice.
also went into VC. Which VC were you in? Are you in? Sorry.
You mean the company?
Yeah, the company.
My company is called Bangsawan Group. So we are an
Bangsawan,
investment
okay.
firm.
Okay. Have you heard of Capti? Capti Ventures.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in Capti for a while.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Then I came out and started learning tech. Same as you, interested in finance, went to
that's very
VC,
cool.
and then now I'm learning tech. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So okay, thank you so much for all of you for coming. I think I'm gonna start soon. There's one more guy. I think it was was it Zach? Oh, wait, it was Jordan.
Yeah.
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan, you there? Hey, Jordan. Hey, Jordan, you there?
Hi.
Hey, bro. Hey, just
Hey,
wanna
hi.
get to know each other better. So do you mind just sharing a bit about yourself so we can all understand where we're from? Yeah.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you guys want to on your camera, feel free so I can see your faces.
Hi, sorry. I didn't get your name. What's your name again?
Hey, I'm Derek. I'll be leading today's session.
Oh yeah. So my name is Jordan. So actually I was from engineering background, but I graduated like last year November. So currently I'm actually looking for like a full-time job. Yeah.
Okay. Your background in tech, in development.
Sorry. You mean like where I'm from?
No, your background in coding.
Oh, in coding, I would say beginner level because I was
Beginner
exposed
level.
in like C++ during my college year.
Oh, very nice.
So like we have like this course like for a semester. So what we learn is like the fundamental of coding, and then after
Okay.
that we didn't like actually go in advance like doing others like in terms of like further coding
Okay.
experience. Yeah.
Are you from Malaysia? Which part of Malaysia are you from? If you're from Malaysia.
KL.
KL. Okay, very nice. Okay, so we have all of us are Malaysians here except one. So we have one Singaporean here. So, okay, I think one more person will be joining in a bit, but I think we should start. So today's session, right, I invited you guys over to share a view about the Hacker Collective and what we do. So it's just an introductory session of what we do. And also I will share about the web development roadmap so you can have better ideas so that we're all in line on, you know, how is the journey going to be like in the next coming few months for yourself as well. So you're not obligated to join us or anything. This is really to add value to you guys and tell you guys about, you know, more about the landscape and then how we can help as a community. Because I was there as well, a finance student learning tech, and it's honestly very difficult until I met this bunch of people. Very nice. So I'm just gonna start. So these are the topics that we're gonna be addressing today, you know, our vision, why, and all this. But then I think I'm just gonna start from the roadmap, so everyone is in line first with what we're doing. Okay, I'll just go all the way down. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions, talk. It's a very interactive session. That's what we like. Okay, this is the roadmap that I'm gonna be sharing about. Okay, yep. So full stack web development, a simple roadmap. So yeah, these are the tools that are needed regardless of, you know, what are the path you chose. Regardless anything, you're gonna need Chrome, version control, Git, and GitHub for you to control your files. For you to go back to the previous versions of it. For you to collaborate and work in teams, very important. If you want to get a job in web development, you need to have Git or GitHub knowledge. Then code editor, you're gonna need VS Code. I mean, that's quite a few famous ones, but these are the ones that we're using in our community. Then we have command lines. You're gonna need to know basic command lines, Unix based. So this is the base. So step one, when everyone starts off their journey in web development, usually people start with HTML because HTML is the building block of all websites. It's not very difficult, but it is the fundamental technology used to define the structure of web pages. So just remember these keywords. I'm not sure about your levels now. Maybe some of you know, but I'm just going to go through it. These are the things that you need to know. Step one, learn HTML. I would say, you know, honestly, this one, you don't really need a lot of tutoring or a lot of very tough algorithmic thinking. HTML is more of a markup language for you to type in the structure of the website. Okay. Then we have CSS, which is the design of the website. Okay. This one is also, so there's no algorithms here as well. It's not formally a programming language as well. Consider this as a styling language that comes together with HTML. So HTML is a structure, the text and everything. CSS is design, how it looks, animations, all that stuff. Okay, step one, step two, these are the basic ones. And then we go, so this is, yeah, these are the beginner topics that you need to know in HTML and CSS to kick off your career or your journey in web development. So for HTML, we need to know structure, like, you know, how do you align the pages? You know, you start from doc type, HTML, body text, head text, and yeah, closing text. Then you have attributes. These are the things. It's not difficult. Don't worry about it. It's not difficult. We'll walk through you in the future. But or you can even learn yourself. This kind of stuff, it's not too difficult. Then I say CSS. CSS is slightly tougher than HTML, but still it's not programming. You don't have to crack your head for anything. The information is out there on Google. You just need to know how to look for it. So we have box model, positioning, and media query. So I'll send these slides over. I'm not going to go through what exactly is box model, what exactly is positioning, what exactly is media queries, but just take a look at these keywords. Maybe perhaps you can go back and do your own study after this on this stuff. So this is really just to highlight what you need to know on your journey there. Then after you're done with step one and step two, this is the very important part, the most important part, JavaScript. JavaScript is where you add in dynamic elements to your website. So you can dynamically add things inside. So let's say you can design a page out. So the page has a structure, right? Like H1 text, the title is gonna be, you know, someone's name or you know, maybe some contents that will be, there's a template to every website, right? I'm not sure if you guys noticed, there's a template to every website. So you want to dynamically render different components, different contents based on the theme of each web page. So this is where JavaScript comes in. So JavaScript is used everywhere. Nowadays, you don't need to learn, you know, Python or Ruby or you know, any other programming languages, because JavaScript itself is good enough to work on the front end and on the back end. Hey, Terrence. Thanks for coming in, Terrence. I'm just walking through web development roadmap right now before I go in to talk about the Hacker Collective and what we're all about and introduce ourselves to introduce the Hacker Collective to you guys later on. So yeah, JavaScript is what we're gonna do next. So JavaScript is the future. More and more of this logic is moving on towards the client side. Client side meaning the device, the computer that is making the request to the server, which is our computers, you know, the computers that you and I make. When you load up a page, you're making a request as a client. So most of the logic previously, the logic was done in the backend, okay, on server side rendered, but it's a bit slower. So for better user experiences, to build up single page applications, things that load up in almost instantly, like you know, like apps and mobile apps, that's why we call it web apps. So rather than loading it in the server where you have to keep making new requests for new information, you do it on the browser through API calls. Okay. Okay, one sec, guys. Okay, so these are the beginner topics that you're gonna need to know. You know, I'm just throwing out the topics at you guys here. If you don't know this, don't worry at all, right? Don't worry at all. The variables, data types, operators, very beginner stuff. These are the first three things in JavaScript that you need to cover, okay? Then we're gonna move on. Once you understand these three basics, because variables, data types, and operators, they're honestly basics of every programming language, okay? Don't worry about it. It's just the syntax that is different. Then we're gonna move on to DOM events. DOM is a document object model. How are you gonna change? So everything on our browser are structured in a way of an object. You're gonna learn more about what objects are in the future, but once you know how to manipulate the DOM, you basically know how to control elements on the browser, okay? Okay, then we have functions. Literally, computer science boils down to functions. Taking an input into a function, which runs algorithms and scripts that produces the output that you want. Okay, so you need to learn about functions. And then we have logic and control flow. So there's basically everything else, loops, if else statements, what else, array methods, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so this is the part where you really start learning about programming fundamentals, which we will focus on drilling. So actually what we see is HTML and CSS, we believe that, you know, a regular person can go home and study on their own. Of course, we'll be here to answer you any questions that you have in HTML and CSS, but we expect you to learn on your own. If we're gonna, I think, dedicate 1 or 2 sessions for HTML and CSS, even though they're very big topics, we cannot cover all of it, but we expect you guys to go home and learn on your own. Okay, but for JavaScript, we'll be spending a lot of time drilling the algorithms in your head, because once you are familiar with algorithmic thinking, computational thinking, the path forward is not going to be too difficult. Most people give up at algorithms. So we're going to be spending more time on algorithms, okay? So yeah, so after you learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, this is where you bring it all together. So remember, HTML is for the structure. Hey.
Can I ask you a question?
Who is this? Oh, Mama Do.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah. How are you?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Thanks
Good,
for coming,
I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay, hey, Mama Do and Terrence. Yeah.
Yes, which topic you are talking about?
Which what?
Which topic you are talking about?
Web development, Mama Do.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Mama Do and Terrence, you guys are a bit late, but it's okay. So I was just walking through you guys on the web development roadmap that you need to know with or without Hacker Collective. You're going to need to know this stuff to go into a journey in software engineering and all that. So this is just a roadmap, a very high level view to it. Okay, if you have any questions, we can talk about it later. So after this roadmap, I'm going to introduce about what we do at Hacker Collective, how we different, and what is our learning model that we believe works today. Okay, so
can I ask you, do you have a WhatsApp group?
Yes, we do have a WhatsApp and a Discord group.
Okay, you can send me the WhatsApp group when you are. You can send me your WhatsApp number.
Yeah, sure, bro. Sure, I'll drop it later on.
Okay.
Yeah, just stay to this talk is gonna be around 1 hour, so just stay to the end. I'm gonna include everything in there, the numbers and all that. Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
After learning HTML, which is for the structure of the web page, okay, the contents of it, then we learn CSS to design it, right? Then JavaScript to come for all the dynamic activities in it. When you click this happens. When you do this happens. You know, alert boxes and all that. So we bring this all together, and this is where, you know, you build something from this tree together. Okay, learn by building projects. We have a very strong emphasis on building projects. No matter how small, how big, we need to work on projects. We can't be doing tutorials all day because, you know, You can do all the code academy you want, you can do all the free code camp you want, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to building projects. And I believe that's the hardest part, and that is the part that, you know, a group will help a lot in terms of your learning progression. Okay, so moving on. So yeah, this is where you bring these three things together. Then you're gonna move on to learn advanced front-end topics. So just now I didn't mention, for CSS, there's Flexbox, Grids, and Bootstrap. So these three things are more advanced CSS topics that you do not need to learn first, but eventually when you're building up your projects, you're gonna get stuck at some point, because the basic CSS, yes, you can manipulate the styling of your web page, but the positioning and all that, that is the toughest part of CSS that a lot of people until today cannot master yet. Okay, so CSS, this is where the advanced front-end topics come in. This is the part where you really need to practice on your own on Flexbox and Bootstrap. Then we're going to move on to Git, version control, GitHub. That's also very important, right? You need that to get a job. And then basic deployment of the website. How are you going to deploy a website for free? You can use it, static websites, you can just host it up with GitHub itself. And then, yeah, and then more advanced JavaScript topics will be array and object methods, asynchronous JavaScript. How can you load a few different components without blocking the future components? So for example, I have 3 components that I want to load out, right? The first and second, let's say the first component takes 5 seconds to load. The second component takes 5 seconds to load. The third one takes 5 seconds to load. That's going to take 15 seconds in total, right? So instead of doing it one by one, we load it on the side so they can all load together. So it will all get done in 5 seconds. That's asynchronous JavaScript. That is one of the biggest benefit of using JavaScript or Node.js in the backend. Then there's API and data fetching. How are you gonna communicate with APIs and fetch data? Because you cannot be typing everything out statically on the website. Because let's say something like Facebook, we have like, you know, billions of users, right? You cannot have every page, you know, static websites means you pre-type it out. I cannot be typing out, you know, Mamado, you know, the Mamado's page, Derek's page, Melissa's page. I can't be typing all that out, right? So I need to dynamically render this stuff, and I need to fetch this data from the backend through an API. Okay, this is how you communicate with databases. All right, so this is where, so okay, look, until now we are good enough. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, the basics, the fundamentals. It's hard, but we need to get the hang of it. Once we're good with all this stuff, we can move on to learn frameworks that makes our life easier. As I said just now, the HTML doesn't need to load JavaScript and CSS if the HTML and CSS are in JavaScript. What that means is HTML is a structured website, right? When I say I don't have to statically type in Derek or Jake or Mamado or Melissa, that means that I don't need to type it in HTML. I render it by JavaScript. See, it's by JavaScript by making an API call somewhere else. Okay, this will all make sense in the future, don't worry. Okay. So JavaScript frameworks are the biggest hit right now. The biggest hit. So the 3 most famous frameworks will be Vue.js, React.js, and AngularJS. Pick one. Okay, these 3 are top ones. React is currently the most famous one, where a lot of companies, a lot of startups are using, and Angular is where a lot of corporates are using. And so Angular is developed by Google, React is developed by Facebook, and then there's Vue.js, which we use. Vue.js is the easiest to learn, the fastest, and the smallest in size. It's developed by an ex-Google engineer, and it has the most GitHub stars compared to all of the other frameworks. So we're going to be using Vue.js. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter too much because, you know, just pick one, get good at it. Then, you know, once you understand the fundamentals, you can just move on after that. So yeah, why frameworks? So frameworks take all the difficult, repetitive tasks in setting up a new web application. So in the future, you're gonna learn about JavaScript, and you can see how difficult it is to manipulate the document object model, manipulate the things on your website. It's very difficult. So all these frameworks makes it a lot. It's literally just making your life easier. That's it. And then we have single page applications, which is build powerful single page applications with organized and interactive user interfaces. What that means? That means single page applications. So see, in a traditional website, what happens when you click about me? You have to load, right? You load, you make a new request to the server sends back HTML file, CSS file, and JavaScript file, a new file, okay? We all understand that, right? But single page applications are the future, in which you do not need to make a request every time you want to load something. Okay, it's very interesting. So when I click on about or something, I'm making an API call and I get back information in JSON format. This is all, in the future you learn about this. Trust me, it's not as complicated as it sounds, but the benefit here is you don't need to make new requests, because making new requests and doing all this logic in the backend takes a lot of time and it's not good for user experiences. So single page applications is something that we'll be building with Vue.js, and yes, very powerful. Yes, I think that's all I want to say for this part. Okay, so once you're done with this, I would assume that this is from stage 1 to this stage, I would assume it's going to take you around 3 to 4 months to really get the fundamentals right. So HTML and CSS, I would assume that you guys can get the basics in probably 2 to 3 weeks. JavaScript is a part where I would assume we need to use 3 months to get in the fundamentals. That is it's more 3 months of, at least 20 hours each week learning, okay? 20 hours each week, that's minimum. I spend way more than that. So yeah, so a front-end developer is someone who implements web designs or development through HTML, CSS, and JavaScript plus a front-end framework. So in the industry, we don't use just plain HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, though that is the basic that you need to know, but you don't just use those 3 very low-level technologies. You need to, usually people use a framework, okay, like Vue.js. Now Vue.js, the one that I mentioned here, Vue.js, yes. And then, yeah, congrats. So this is the part where it's time to apply for junior front-end jobs, paying perhaps 3K to 4K. That's if you can master Vue.js. Trust me, once you master Vue.js, there are a lot of jobs that are looking for you already. And then, of course, this is a full stack roadmap, right? In the next few slides, I'm going to talk about backends, databases, and all that server-side rendering stuff. But you see, the thing is, in the job market, who are we competing with? I mean, I don't know, how many of you are looking for jobs, how many of you want to build your own startup, but in the job market, we're competing with computer science grads, bootcamp grads, all that kind of people. Do you think it's easy to compete with computer science grads? They have 3 years of experience. I mean, it's funny because most of them have 3 years of experience, but they can't even solve basic algorithm scripting challenges. I actually did an interview for my friend. He was interviewing for a backend role. I did an interview for him. He couldn't even solve one question. And I just feel, this is something that can only come through hard work. Even if you come with us and you don't put in the hard work, you're not going to get there. You need to have really your own hard work. That's why I believe something like tech can be self-taught, because at the end of the day, even if those people goes to uni, right, the ones who really do well are the ones who spend the hours, learning themselves. Okay, because all of this information is online already anyways, right? So so they spend almost 3 to 4 years working on backend technology, server-side stuff, databases, which is all very abstract to us. We don't even know what exactly it is, correct? So this is the part where we stand the most chance winning over them, because they probably spend 1 semester on front-end technologies. They probably don't even know what is Vue.js. So they learn basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Your edge here is Vue.js. So you can master all HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Vue.js in 3 to 4 months. If you can master this, I believe you can get at least an internship paying you perhaps 1,000 ringgit per month. An internship, then slowly, you can go on. I mean, we've seen a lot of our students do this. So really, I think it works, but only if you put in the hard work. Okay, so this is the roadmap to become a front-end developer. Very possible, guys, very possible, but we're talking about full stack here, okay? From end to end, not just front end. Front end is difficult. In the past, people used to load down on front end because people think it's design and all that, but no, front end is very difficult nowadays. With all these frameworks coming up, single page applications, we are literally rendering most of our logic now on the front end, on the browser, on the client, on our end, on the website, for better user experiences, rather than loading it up in the backend, in the server. So this is honestly the time for front-end developers to come up, and this is the time. I mean, pretty much if you check the average salary, front-end developers make almost the same amount as back-end developers. So I would say they're equally important, and front-end is not easy, okay? CSS is very difficult. Vue.js is not easy. It takes a lot of time to learn and master this thing, all right? But that's it. After 3 to 4 months, you can probably get a front-end jobs. We saw it happen. We done it ourselves. It's possible, okay? Now, next, step 6. So if you want to continue adventuring, or if you got your job in front end, right? Backend is still very important, right? I mean, some people do stop at front end because they're happy with it. But my opinion, or anyone here, you want to build your own startup and don't want to just focus on front end, do go ahead and explore backend. to me, I think it's very, very beneficial. So yeah, regardless of whether or not you get your job after the first 5 steps, right? Was it 5 steps? Yeah, the first 5 steps, regardless of whether or not you get a job, continue on, learn backend. This is where things are more tough. This is where computer science students will probably beat you in the first few months at least. So I mean, my recommendation if you want to get a job is get your front end very, very solid, get a job, and then back end you learn on the job. That's my recommendation. But if you want to build a startup, then just go on, go into step 6, learn backend. Okay, so what is it? Complex systems have all kinds of logic that happen in the background. See, in the background, in the server side, that make them work. If you're going to make some computational stuff, usually heavy rendering is done on the backend. Okay, because you need the processing power in the servers. Okay, and then no design skills is needed. Everything is very abstract. You cannot see what's happening. It's all like routing and all that kind of stuff. You cannot really see it. Okay, so if you don't like designing, this is the place you want to be in. Yeah, sorry for the typo there, but you're still in the web development field, but you don't have to worry about the look of the website. Some people may prefer this. Yeah, that this is closer to traditional programming. Data needs to be stored and retrieved. Like Facebook, you write a post, right? This data, where is it gonna go? If you're a front-end developer, you can't store this data. You don't know where to store it. You don't know how to store it, right? So data needs to be stored and retrieved somewhere. Business logic and rules needs to be followed. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And then yeah, once you're done with backend, this is probably gonna take 3 months. I would assume 2 to 3 months. When you're done with backend, then you're pretty much full stack. So what is it? Full stack means you make use of all knowledge in front end and back end. Pick the tech stack, right? This time I was talking to you guys. But so look, here I introduced the MEVN stack, MongoDB for databases. It's in JavaScript as well. Express.js is JavaScript as well. Vue.js is JavaScript as well. Node.js, it's also JavaScript. So knowing one language, JavaScript, helps you go into this stack a lot easier. Don't have to learn Python. Unless you want to go data science, right? Or else you don't need to learn Python, don't need to learn anything else. Just focus and get really, really strong on JavaScript. So yeah, this is the stack that we're going with. There's a lot of technologies. You have, SQL, MySQL, what else do you have? PostgreSQL, like you have so many of all these kind of technologies. Pick one. Okay, that's my opinion. Pick one, get really good at it. And this is the stack that we recommend in our community. We use this for most of our projects. So yeah, pick a technology stack. A tech stack is a combination of programming languages, tools, and frameworks that developers use to create web apps. Okay, not websites. Web apps is different. Okay, like a normal blogging site, like a static website showing what I'm selling this week and all that. Basic sites are static websites. Web apps are things like Gmail, Google Docs. What else? Facebook, Airbnb, this kind of stuff. Web apps. Okay, very dynamic. There's a database hosted in a server, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so in most cases, it is consisted of a client side and a server side language plus a database. Okay. So yeah, that's mostly it on your journey. I mean, of course, you have to go on to go software architecture, that kind of stuff, but that is really out of the picture already. That is like advanced stuff. But minimum, you need to know this stuff to be a full stack developer. Okay. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. That is basic front-end language. If you understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript really, really, really well, everything else after that wouldn't be too difficult. Then there's Vue.js, Node.js, Express.js, MongoDB. So learn all of this, you are essentially a full stack developer. Then this is where you start applying for full stack junior roles. I always encourage people to go for internships first, because you don't really have a portfolio to prove yourself. You don't have a degree, right? You need to go and work cheap for 3 months, perhaps. I'm not sure about Singapore. Singapore should pay a lot better than Malaysia, but I'm sure it works the same way. Everywhere. In US, it's working the same. In UK, it's the same thing. Self-taught developers is the way to go. But see, the thing is, a lot of people struggle in the self-taught journey. So this is why we're here to provide support. So yeah. Never give up. The self-taught journey is not going to be easy. You're going to get stuck a lot, like a lot. So the reason why we're doing this intro session now is because I want to filter through the people who will be interested to join us. Because in our previous batch, right now we're running, we ran 8 batches, but right now currently we have 5 batches running. On month 3/month 4 onwards, on month 3 onwards, people start getting demotivated. And it's the same everywhere. Boot camps where you pay 12,000 ringgit per year. Computer science degrees, you pay hundreds of thousands. It's the same. People get demotivated. people give up when it comes to algorithmic thinking, computational thinking. That is the part where you feel so lost, right? Looking at basic algorithms and you can't even solve it after spending so many hours. I felt that, I've been there. It's honestly not easy, but you know, having a mentor, having a, hold on, sorry guys, someone is joining in. Having a mentor, having a group to learn together with, to journey through this adventure with, will help a lot in your self-taught journey, especially in web development. Because essentially, I have to say again, everyone is essentially self-taught. So yes, you can do it yourself, definitely, but we are here to provide, you know, companionship, provide mentorship. When you're stuck, it's gonna be very, very difficult, you know, searching the web for the answers. We are here to guide you in the right direction, okay? So just to make it clear, we're not a traditional school where we tell you, oh, this is what you do, this is how to run a loop. No, we don't do that stuff. We teach you the basics, and after that, we throw a lot of challenges at you. So most of our interactions and our discussion will be solving challenges together that you cannot solve on your own initially, of course. All right, so yeah, you can do it too. Hard work beats talent. Because okay, so one thing I noticed is some people are more talented in tech, some people are less talented, but at the end of the day, everyone is going to go through the struggle. So the ones who don't give up will be the ones who will get there. Eventually you will. Be it 3 months or 4 months or 6 months or 1 year, you will get there. Even though some people are more talented, but if they give up, they're gone. Okay, this is what I noticed based on my experience. And mindset is key, right? All you need is the right mindset, right dedication, and right support. Okay, mentors and friends will go a long way. Okay, these people, they are here for you. When I was teaching myself, I didn't have a community like this. I was doing it by myself. After that, when I found this community, it helped so much, so much in terms of my growth. And yeah, that's it. This is not the end of the presentation, of course, this because I didn't arrange it properly. This is just to talk to you about the web development landscape. So right now we can have a chat. If you have any questions, we can have a chat. And then after this, we can talk about, you know, Hacker Collective, our learning model, and what do we offer? How are we different? Yeah, that kind of stuff. Is everything okay so far? Awesome, guys. Yeah, I think we have a few new people who just joined.
So
Mamado, Terrence, and Jun, do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, you want to introduce myself?
Yeah, Mamado.
Yeah, my name is Mamadou Dabo. I am from Mali. But at this moment, I'm living in Malaysia. I'm studying in Malaysia.
Oh, what are you studying? Kedah, okay.
I'm studying education, elementary.
Education.
Yes.
Okay, very nice. So what made you interested in technology?
Yeah, I like it.
You like it? What is your experience so far with tech?
About technology?
Yes.
Yes, you know, our country, we need more technology. I need also teaching technology.
Okay, we have 2 teachers in this group today. Very nice, yes. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good to have you here, Mamado. Jun, you want to introduce yourself? Get to know each of us better.
Okay.
Yeah, Jun?
Juna?
No, Jun. I think one of the participants' name is Jun.
Okay. My participant name? Okay.
Terrence?
Now I want to follow all the classes.
You want to follow the classes, Mamado?
Yes.
Yeah, let me just give me a little bit while more. I'm gonna walk you guys through what we do and the classes and all that. Okay, Mamado?
Okay.
Right now we just want to introduce these people. Yeah, thanks, bro. Okay. Thanks for understanding. Terrence, do you want to give a brief introduction about yourself, Terrence?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I'm a security consultant in Singapore, physical security. Basically, recently, I see that the field of physical security is diving into cyber security. So that's why I'm trying to explore more into IT field. And basically, myself personally, I'm quite into tech stuff lah.
Very nice. Terrence, are you Singaporean?
Yes.
Oh, nice. We have 2 Singaporeans in the group today. Very nice. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for coming. This is our first batch inviting Singaporeans because we really want to approach Singaporeans for this because I don't know, I just feel like Singaporeans are more mature in terms of tech. So we want to approach as many Singaporeans as possible, but the ads are so expensive in Singapore. So you guys are the only batch that we invited. We will probably do it again in the future, but for now, you know, we're not yet. But I mean, we're doing it online anyway, so we can just, you guys can come along. Yeah, so about cybersecurity, right? Cybersecurity is huge. It's growing like crazy. One thing I want to share is what we do here. We have data science, cybersecurity, and web development that's going on right now. So you guys have unlimited access to any of our courses, and it's not expensive. It's we charge 500 ringgit per month. You have unlimited access. So how we do things is once per week we have a class for each batch. So you guys, I mean, if you guys join, you guys will all be put into one batch where this is your main batch. Okay, this is the batch that will be going on this journey with you guys. Then the other batches, data science and cybersecurity, those are someone else's batch, but you can join in to listen and also interact and ask questions. So it's all included. So yeah, man. Tech is wonderful. I love tech as well. So I'm learning a lot myself as well. This is a journey that I want to venture through, and I believe in the vision of self-taught community. So anyone else has anything you want to share? You know, what do you think so far? Am I going too fast? Any questions?
Hi, Derek. Actually, I wanted to ask some questions. Do you mind?
Yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
Like you mentioned, like in order to become a full stack developer, you have to like be good at the front end part, right? Is it?
Yes.
What about the back end actually?
Oh, then there's a back end developer, right?
Yeah, I mean, like what are the difference between like front end and back end?
Backend is more towards server-side rendering databases. So it's completely different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, building APIs. You know, just now I was talking about APIs, right? How we can make requests for information. Like for example, if I want, let's say for example, look, I'm Tinder today. I'm building an app like Tinder. You know, in Tinder you can have you can see, you know, a potential candidate's mutual friends, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So how does Tinder have access to Facebook's information, right? Because Facebook opened up a port for their API calls. They open up this API for people to call it, for other companies to call it. So I have access to the databases that Facebook gives me access to. So that is all backend stuff. Front end, you don't touch that. Front end, you only get the information. That's it. You don't give the information. Okay.
So you're saying it's like backend where it's the place like where you insert the information that like any software can just go through that backend. Is it?
That's part of it. Yes, backend is a big wall. That is part of it. That is one part of it. You're right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else has any questions? I hope I answered your question well, Jordan. All right. If no one has any more questions, right now I'm done with the roadmap part. We can always talk about roadmap later, but right now I'm just going to introduce about Hacker Collective and you know what we do. And I want to hear your thoughts as well because we are very, very new. Okay. And let me just go on. So overview, these are the things that we're going to cover. Okay, I'm just going to go to the next slide. Okay, so our vision is to upskill 1,000 individuals every year. We are a platform for people from all walks of life to come together and support each other in their self-taught journey, regardless of which field they're in. So right now, I spearheaded a self-taught series. Yesterday, we just hosted a Singaporean lawyer talking about how he taught himself to go into the world of entrepreneurship, finance, and investments. So, you know, self-taught is a thing. So at the core, what we have here is self-taught. Okay, the core of our concept is self-taught. We learn together, but you teach yourself. That's the difference that we're doing here. There's no, you know, professional teacher teaching you. We have a mentor. Yes, a mentor is definitely better than you, but there's no like PhD teaching you. No, nothing like that. Okay, just want to get that clear. But no worries, you don't need to be a PhD to do that, right? So our core belief is there is an abundance of free resources online. You know, everywhere you just need to have the skill to solve the problems yourself by using this information. All you need is the right mindset, right support, right dedication. So yeah, formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. This is our motto lah, you can put it that way. So yeah, why we started Hacker Collective? Education system, the current education in technology is expensive, very slow, and not industry-led. 3 years, 100,000 ringgit, or like in UK, even if you spend what, 20,000 pounds each year. That is crazy expensive. And you can't even build a full stack app. You spend so much time working on all this deep algorithms, like big O notation, all that kind of stuff, to work on a lot of big company databases, but it doesn't train you to build a full stack web app. Okay, then the self-taught journey is tough. A lot of people are self-taught, but it's very difficult. People who are talented will find it easy, but at the end of the day, most people are not so talented, and you're going to need a group to support you on that. And we find this pure learning model very, very effective. So far, we're doing so good. Okay, so far, so good. So yeah, and then there's a lot of people in Malaysia, especially with financial difficulties. We're thinking of funding these people from the B40 group, okay? People from refugees in Malaysia, and people with financial difficulties. We are planning to fund these people with our current model. So if we think of it, if corporates can spend, 100,000 to fund one student for a uni degree, I mean, we believe they can take that same amount of money and fund 50 people, okay, without a uni degree, perhaps in 6 months to 1 year, get a job, get a junior level job. It's definitely possible. Okay, we're just thinking of a new way of learning, right? Hey, June, yeah, I just saw your message. I actually can't hear you, June. Well, if you can't speak, June, why don't you write your introduction, introduce yourself in the chat box so we all know, a little bit more about you. But yeah, I'll just continue on. So our milestones now, we're running 5 batches now. We ran 8 batches previously. 1 year ago, we ran 3 batches, but then we put it on a hold because we were working on a startup and we didn't focus on this. But right now we're coming back and trying to focus on Hacker Collective a lot more. Okay. Yeah, 5 batches in web development, cybersecurity, and data science. Okay. So we have over 100 students so far. And we're running a community of 1.3K on Facebook. Yeah, feel free to check out our page, like our page as well. And we provided job opportunities to those in need. So we're working on a lot of projects, and oftentimes we either link you up to companies or we just hire you straight in. Okay. And yeah, we got podcasts, weekly podcasts, got up to 2,000 views last time, right? Okay, so moving on to the June wants the login ID. Can someone send June the link? Participants invite. June, I'm not sure why it doesn't work. Does it not work on your phone? Okay, thanks, Jordan. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the curriculum that we're going through. As we mentioned just now, month 1 to month 3, responsive web design, algorithmic thinking, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript. Remember, we mentioned all of this just now, okay? Then month 4 to 6 is where we teach. Month 4 will be Vue.js. Then we have backend development. We go into MongoDB, Mongoose, Express.js, Heroku, DigitalOcean, this kind of stuff. So the concept here is design, develop, deploy, and then get a job, okay? This is our current model, but in a bit, I'm going to introduce you a new model that we're testing out. I want to hear your feedback on that, okay? So this is your commitments. This is what we, what we expect of you to join. So, come to classes on time. We spend a lot of time waiting for late students, coming in 10 to 15 minutes late. I don't think that's very responsible for everyone else who's on time. And then, okay, sorry, just accepting move in. And then persistence, complete the weekly challenges or projects, because the whole reason why I'm organizing this intro session is because I only want people who are able to meet these commitments, or else it's going to be very difficult for you to complete this in 6 months or 3 months or 6 months or whatever. I'll talk to you about new model later, but yeah, so persistence is very important. Hey.
Can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can hear you, June.
Okay, finally. Okay, all right. Okay,
nice.
continue.
Yeah, June, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. My name is June. So, what do you want to know about me?
Maybe where you're from. How old are you? What's your background? Why are you interested in tech?
Okay, actually I'm from Puchong. So why I interested in high tech? Because as you can see now, everybody using phone, okay? And then even though grab food, everything, just one click with your hand, then you can get what you
Yes.
want. In I don't know whether you know the Mandarin or not. In the Buddhist they will say 神通, So you just one
Yeah.
click and then you can get your things. So why
Yes.
not just we focus on the IT tech right now? Yeah.
Very nice. I like that energy. That is also my initial my initial goal. My reason why I started learning as well. Very sick. And also I'm from Puchong also. June, which part of Puchong are you from?
Oh, you're from Puchong. Which part?
Yeah. I was from
Okay.
BK4. Now I'm in Subang.
Oh, BK4. Okay, I'm actually at the Puchong Utama there,
Okay. Very far. Okay. I think we have one more guy from
Okay.
Puchong also. What's your name again? Sorry.
Jake.
Yes, Jake. Jake is from Puchong also. Very nice. And we have 2 Singaporeans in this group. Very, very diverse group. I like it. Very
Hi.
nice. Okay.
I
Anyways,
think
June,
only
yeah.
all right.
Say it again. Sorry. Say it again.
All men's, is it? I
All
said
men
all
here.
men's here, is it?
Unfortunately, yeah, June. Tech is a very male-centric, and we're trying to change that, yeah. But I think all men here. Wait, we have Melissa. Melissa, sorry, Melissa. Melissa, say hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Yeah, we have 2 females
Hi.
here. Yeah. Very happy to have more females in the community, really. Our community also mainly guys, 70% guys. But yeah, well, we're trying to improve that. No worries. Yeah, June, just to share, you missed out a little bit just now on the web development roadmap. I'll be happy to fill you in later, okay? So we just continue about what is Hacker Collective first. So these are the commitments that I expect from people joining our community. Be punctual, be persistent, do your homework. Participation, this is very important, okay? Oftentimes we have a lot of challenges or group projects that require you to work with your group mates. Teach them, learn from them, okay? Everyone helping each other. Some people will be learning faster, some people will be learning slower. It doesn't matter. We want you guys to help each other because through teaching, you learn so much more. That is our belief also, okay? You learn so much from teaching. And yeah, okay? And then lastly, practice 15 hours to 20 hours of your own effort, self-learning each week. This is a must. Without this 15 hours is considered very little already, okay? So we believe people who really want to get there, they will put in this amount of hours. If you can't put in this amount of hours, it's fine. You're probably gonna take more time, that's it. But it's okay. You're gonna take probably 1 year instead of half a year, okay? Right. So what is included? The services that we provide in this 6 months of your journey. We have a weekly mentor-led learning groups, okay? 3 hours each week, okay? Affordable pricing. It's super cheap compared to boot camps and all that, right? And unlimited access to all our meetups. This is the key because you guys get unlimited access, come for data science, come for cybersecurity. Even currently, we have 3 batches of web development going on. You guys can come for any of them. The senior classes, just come in, sit in, watch, so you know, at least have an idea what is going to happen in the future, correct? So, it's open for all, unlimited access. Get to know people in other batches, also networking, also very important. We have a lot of product managers who are hiring, so get to know them, okay? Then 24/7 mentor support. You can text us anytime. I think in tech, again, I have to emphasize this again and again. You don't need a teacher holding your hands teaching you code. You need to learn yourself. And when you start struggling on a question long enough, after let's say 30 minutes, you cannot solve it, Google it. Google, you don't know how to Google, you cannot find the answer, then text the mentors. Text me, text anyone. I'm going to introduce all our mentors later on. But don't worry, the mentors are here. To us, the key here is mentor, peer learning, and self-taught efforts, okay? Then community town hall session. Once a month, we have a town hall session where all of us come together to build a project. We were doing that last time, but now due to COVID lockdown, right? We're doing everything online. So this town hall thing is put on hold temporarily. Probably will continue in 2 months. We meet up in a co-working space and have free pizzas and all that. So each of our groups will present a topic: data science, cybersecurity, and web development. Just so instead of focusing on just one part of the curriculum, you get to have a broad understanding of everything that's happening in the tech landscape. Then in the end, job matching, I'll talk more about this later on, okay? So far we matched our first group, we matched them, all of them already to jobs, okay? So let me just continue. Yeah, community town halls, you know, I think I mentioned just now, networking opportunity. A lot of product managers are here to hire you guys, okay? And a lot of people looking for partnerships as well. Tech people, business people, they're here to look for partnerships a lot, okay? Free food, okay? We buy pizzas held in co-working spaces. And yeah, each group will be selected to present web development, mobile app development, cybersecurity, data science. The end goal is for you to expand your network. That's very important, okay? Especially as a self-taught developer with no uni degree, network is damn important, okay? Yeah. Then design, remember, month 1, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Develop, month 2, 3, and 4, you develop it. And then month 5 and 6, deploy the web app, okay? So this, right now, what I'm introducing, right, is our model since day one, okay? I'm going to introduce to you a new model in a bit, but I hope you don't get too confused. You can ask me. So our current model, not the new one yet. The new one I haven't introduced it. The current model is you month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4. Then month 5 and month 6 is where you start to work on an idea. Each group will throw a startup idea. Okay, you want to build something like not too complicated right? Something simple like Twitter, like Airbnb, something simple. We'll build it together on the web, not mobile, on the web. We build it together. Okay, if you have a cool startup idea, we do it together. So this is how you get to see the full stack application, how you bring everything together. You guys will be working as a group using all the tools that we taught so far, GitHub, everything. Okay, so I think this is very important. Yeah, so then lastly, when you're done with that, you're probably not pro yet, but you're probably good enough to get an internship or a junior developer role. You can start freelancing or working from home after that. So freelancing and working from home, it's possible, but usually people will get some, maybe half a year of working experience first, then they go and freelance and work from home. It's definitely possible, okay? In fact, we're working on some partnerships with Singapore and Australia, so we can get the currency arbitrage, triple the currency. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so whatever I talked about just now, right, was the old stuff. This one page here is the new stuff. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this? Because we haven't experimented this. If you guys are okay, we will experiment this batch with you guys. So the first 3 months, right, instead of teaching HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap, like I introduced just now, in month 1, we'll be covering design stuff, correct? HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap that we believe you can learn on your own. We're going to spend 3 months building fundamentals of programming, problem solving, algorithmic thinking, so they can solve 70 to 80% of algorithmic questions that are thrown at you. We want to train that mindset. If you have that mindset, everything else that you learn after this, right, it's not going to be very difficult anymore. Okay, that's what I did. I spent 3 full months learning just fundamentals. It's damn crazy, damn hard, damn difficult. But once you're used to the problem solving, trust me, you're going to enjoy it so much. Okay, and then learning everything else after that, Node.js, Express.js is not difficult anymore. Trust me. So this is our new model. Let me know what you think. 3 months in-house training. So you just learn with us. Join any amount of classes you want to join. Web development, data science, cybersecurity, whatever. You pay the same price only, and then you go for all of that. And 24/7 mentorship. We help you, support you on your journey. In this first 3 months, we guide your fundamentals really well. After the 3 months, right? This is our new program, Go Live program with companies. So what is Go Live? Is it an internship? No, it's not an internship. Basically, what we're doing now is we're talking to corporates. Okay. Right now, it's very new. Okay, I have to say this is super new. We just planned this out perhaps 2 weeks ago. We're talking to Crow Malaysia. Okay, we're talking to a Singaporean digital agency and a Malaysian digital agency. Of course, we're talking to a lot more, but nothing is solid yet from the others. These are the 3 ones who so far agreed to collaborate on this. The idea behind this: learn 3 months fundamentals with us. Then the next 3 months, right? These companies will fund the These companies will fund the few of you. So they will interview you guys, okay? And we made it very, very clear that you guys are beginners with 3 months of fundamental experience. They'll just probably give you a fit interview with you guys just to see if you guys can fit, the culture or whatever. And then they will fund the ones that they choose. They'll fund you guys to complete our course, okay? So during this 3 months of Go Live, you can choose whether or not you want to. If you don't want to, then okay, just continue on with this curriculum that we set. If you don't want that, we continue with this, okay? But if you want that, we will continue with this as well, but on the side, right, you're gonna be learning you're gonna be working on real projects with the companies, depending on what they give you. We made it clear it's not gonna be anything too difficult, but it's more towards them giving you a top line objective, and you as a team try to brainstorm and think of how to solve it. So let's say they want a new functionality in their app. Are you gonna do it? So the fundamental reason behind why we're doing this new Go Live thing is because we notice a lot of people, a lot of corporates, a lot of companies paying for hackathons. Okay, hackathons, people pay tens of thousands for people to organize it. Why? At the end of the day, they want talents. They hire talents. That's one. Secondly, they want fresh ideas. Hackathons is the best place for you. They just throw a problem at you guys. You guys work as a team in 3 days, come up with a good idea. So that's the idea of hackathons. But the difference here is you guys are beginners, not professionals in hackathons. So we're trying out this model. I hope it works out, but perhaps you guys can share your thoughts with me now. Unmute yourself. Let's just chat. And Jordan, it's not like an internship. It's you're not bind to them. Okay, you don't need to complete a 9 to 5 with them. No, it's more like you talk to the first interaction with them. The first point of contact with these companies is, hey, interview session. If they choose you, if you go through, okay, they will give the group that they sponsor, maybe all of you, maybe because we're not asking for too much from them money. We're asking for perhaps 4,000 ringgit for all of you. But the thing here is we spoke to these companies and they were like, 4,000 ringgit for one person, is it? No, the thing is it's 4,000 ringgit for all of you. So they are very happy to collaborate. And it's not a 9 to 5 job. It's not a job. It's more like they give a top line goal. They want something. You guys will have to brainstorm, discuss, and give suggestions, and then build up the MVP, the prototype. You're not going to be building up the whole end product. Build up the prototype, test it out for them to test it out. I'm sure one of you just now said you're in VC, right? In VC, it's all about testing out iteration, right? Building MVPs, testing the market, proof of concept, right? Testing to see if your idea will get product market fit. Will people buy your stuff? Will people use your stuff? So it's more like an MVP. Let's say Grab wants to test out this new idea. Just give the idea to you guys. You guys perhaps can brainstorm on the idea, build the MVP up, and then learn on the job. So let's say, because at the end of the day, I can teach you Vue.js, I can teach you Node.js, Express.js, I can teach you Vue.js, and all this kind of stuff that we introduce you. I can teach you all that. But if the company that you're going to doesn't use that tech stack, it's not efficient. You're gonna have to pick up something else again. I saw some of you doing that. I mean, that's not a problem. That's fine. Learning new technologies is okay. But what I'm saying is, why not learn the technology that a company is already using, right? We'll still be here to support you. Maybe we're not a pro in that course. Oh, June just sent a message. Let me just take a look, guys. Sorry about that. I actually signed up to a programming course last time and try it myself. But at the end, I feel that self-taught is not easy when coming to practical instead of theoretical. That's very true. Sometimes error may occur and nobody can tell you what to do next. I think guiding one by one, step by step is important. Okay, June. See, the thing is, our model, we guide you step by step initially. But at the end of the day, no one's going to hold your hands forever. Everyone has to be self-taught at some point. That's what we believe. And yes, it's difficult. It's not easy. I just have to make it very clear. It's not going to be easy. Programming is not easy. So you really need to buck up and spend the hours. Once you put in the hours, after the 3-4 months mark of spending in 20 hours each week, I'm sure it's going to get easier. Really. No, the mentors will be guiding you guys. Hey guys, can feel free to unmute yourself. We can chat now. Yeah, we have mentors. The mentors will have to guide you. No worries. Like anytime, text them. The mentors will reach out to you. Really, that's part of our promise as well.
Hey Derek. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, you were saying about this new program that you have, the 6-month learning roadmap, and the previous one. Like, what are the things that makes the difference?
Oh, okay. So basically, the difference here is in this 6 months roadmap, we added in the learning on the job model. So the past it wasn't formal, I would say. The past model, it was more of we study with no focus on matching to jobs in the first 4 months. So it's more like matching to jobs after the 6 months. Now this one is matching to jobs during the 3 months for you to learn, the technology that the company is using. So it's like kind of like earlier exposure for the bright students. Correct. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so this is like you say, right? You need to present like a prototype. It's like a project that you set it up to this company. Whether, I mean, like let's say they want like a new function for this feature, and then like if you manage to work as a team to build this up, then like they will like consider this proposal, something like that.
Yes, exactly,
Right.
exactly. And then what we're betting on is for them to hire one of you or two of you or all of you by the end of the course. That's what we're betting on. After the 3 months, it's like an internship already. You look at it, it's like an internship, but it's not a 9 to 5 internship. It's more of something to get you in the door first. So we don't know if it's gonna work. So we're just testing it out. It's up to you guys if you want to have it, but we're gonna, we're gonna be working on it lah. That's all I can say. But overall, just expect it to be working like it was before. And this is an add-on to it. You can go for it if you want. You don't want to go for it, it's okay. It's up to you.
Hey Derek, I think this is I actually like this new model a lot. I think that the second part is actually very good, especially from a start standpoint, that you can use it to evaluate whether you want to hire that software engineer or that web developer. I guess my question is that did you pay the same price as the old model? And do you pay this price for the second part? Because the 3 months is like for sponsorship, right? So do you pay for that?
So yep. Jake, very good question. About the pricing, it's 500 ringgit per month for 3 months. You paid monthly, okay? So you're not committed to anything. If you in month 2 you think you're busy, fine, it's okay. You're not bounded to anything, okay? First 3 months paid monthly. After that, when you go to go live, then we subsidize your it will be subsidized by the companies basically, but you still have to pay. So it has to be an equal commitment on the company's end and on your end, because they don't really know you enough to fully sponsor, so they subsidize. So probably gonna be 50% off. So if you want to go for this go live, it's gonna be 250 per month.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
What if can people choose whether, like, if they just want to do part 1 and they don't want to do part 2?
Yeah, exactly. It's paid monthly. It's paid monthly. So by the end of month 3, if you say, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to continue. I think I'm good enough to teach myself. Feel free, bro. Like no obligations, no commitments.
Oh, okay.
And also, we'll still be here to support you. Also, maybe not. You won't get any priority, but you can still feel free to ask as a friend. I'm still gonna answer your questions if you have any.
Cool.
Yeah. So I think that's the idea that I want to send across. Is there any more questions? Any more feedback? I get that Jake likes the idea because Jake's in startup world. Hey Jake, would you be interested? Do you think your companies would be interested to collaborate in something like this?
Maybe.
Okay, we can chat more in the future.
Yeah.
We can chat more in the future. But I see some of you have concerns about self-taught and think that it's going to be hard. You're going to stumble on some walls. It will be hard. Even if someone holds your hand along the way, there's only so much I can bring you to. In tech, I cannot be holding your hands to solve these algorithms because I can give you the answer, but will you understand the answer? It's still your own hard work to understand the answer, because you see a line of code, you see a few lines of code, you don't know what's going on there, right? I can explain, I can break it down to you, but in the end, you need to really do it for yourself to see the answer, okay? That's why our mentors are here. When you hit roadblocks, do not ask the mentors immediately, because we want you to go through a learning phase. Once you master learning, you can learn anything. That's what we believe, right? Of course, some things you cannot learn that easily, but at the end of the day, it's a very important skill. That's what we believe in. Yeah, so it's gonna be difficult, but we have mentors. So that's all I have to say. We have mentors guiding you. So if you have any questions, don't ask anytime at all. Ask your group mates. Your group mates will also try to help out. We want the group mates to try to help out. Okay. So yeah.
Hi Derek. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Like, what if let's say like I have a friend that he's like interested in coding, but he's like a fresh grad, and like students with fresh grad usually they have like financially unstable income. So like how would they like solve this if they want to like join the program?
financially unstable income.
Yeah,
So
like, I mean, like they have like financially difficult because due to like COVID and like especially when they're fresh grad.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can discuss further. If perhaps we have we can continue on, but you don't get full access to every courses, then maybe we can sort that out. But usually this is the default route lah. I mean, we can chat further about that. We're working on sponsorships also, but so far no one's really sponsoring us yet. We're still super new. Okay, so yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but we'll try to work it out. No worries. We will definitely try to work it out. Maybe we can do a bond where you're bonded to continue on, but you work for us in the future, something like that. So basically, he has to prove himself. We did that with 2 students, and they're currently working on the projects with us. So we can chat about that. Yeah. Right. So is there any more? Yes.
The other thing I want to ask is whether we have the selected mentor to teach us, or all the mentors we can ask for questions, or
Yes. So if you have any questions, drop it in the group chat. You can ask anyone you want to ask. So is your question, can you ask any mentors you want to ask? Is that your question?
Yeah.
Can you private message?
Or maybe we have the selected mentor, because if let's say we hands-on ourselves, actually we requires a lot of time. Okay, many of the times we need to get the information from the mentors. So impossible that we how to say we will seek for different mentor. Maybe we stick with one mentor, then the mentor will guide us step by step and one by one. Would it be good if we have a selected mentor, that anything we don't understand, we just go for that mentor?
Yes, Arjun. Each batch will have one mentor or 2 mentors assigned to it, and you can ask anyone any questions. Okay, that's it. Each group will have 1 to 2 allocated mentors. If those mentors for some reason cannot answer you, or if you just don't feel comfortable with those mentors, you can ask anyone else. Or you can even ask the group mates. I'm sure that someone can solve if it's a beginner question, people can solve it. Does that answer your question, Jun?
Is that the restriction time to ask the mentor?
No, anytime.
Okay.
Yeah, 24/7. I mean, midnight, if you ask 3 a.m., perhaps you have to assume they're not awake. But if they're awake, then they can answer you also.
I just get that after that they will feel very annoying.
Oh, no. That's part of our job as mentors, because I agree that 500 ringgit might be expensive to some of you, but the true value that we see here is group learning. That's what we really emphasize on. And that's why the mentors really need to be there, because self-taught. You guys talking about self-taught and everything. I can do it myself, right? Why do I need you guys? So mentor is one of the biggest, one of the value add that we provide. So it's kind of our responsibility to answer you. I mean, don't expect an answer at 3 a.m. I have to make myself clear, but on normal working hours, even at night or so, you can expect a reply. Yes.
But self-taught is actually work better in the theoretical, but practical is actually, I find it very difficult.
Oh, no. Maybe after this, I can send you a lot of articles, a lot of YouTube videos about people going through their self-taught journeys. Then maybe you can feel more inspired, because exactly that's the thing. In Asia or in Malaysia or Singapore, this concept is still quite new. Yes, very new. People don't have exposure. People don't know you can do it. So, we are here to try to break that stigma. We're trying. Still very new. We're trying. We have our Facebook channel, our Facebook page, where we post up self-taught series. I'm leading that one, self-taught series, where we invite people from all over the world to share with us about their journey teaching themselves. In fact, right, let me drop you guys a very inspirational website. This website inspired me. This website, it's called nocsdegree.com. Check it out, get inspired, okay? Check it out. It's a real website, it's real life, it's possible. People, English teachers, people from sociology degrees, they can do it. Okay, so yeah. So let me just move on. Another thing that we have is we have a student-led learning model, because as I said, we believe in peer teaching students teaching students. So the first phase is where you learn. So when you learn, your first two mentors will be two senior students, people who completed the course already. Okay, so they will be here to teach and they can learn also. Then you have to practice yourself. Is the learning model. You learn, then you practice, collaborate with your teammates, working on projects, work together, collaborate. But yeah, and then working on projects, and then come back to teach when you're ready. And if only if you want. We don't want people who don't want to teach. So these people are teaching from their own initiatives because they want to improve. Okay, and yeah. So yeah, so we have a strong emphasis on projects. Month one, you're gonna learn HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap. So this is where you build a team portfolio website. Maybe all of you see Jake, Melissa, June, and all of you, parents, all of you can go into one team and build a website, a basic HTML, CSS, Bootstrap website without JavaScript. Okay, then you at least can see some progress, right? And then month two will be team algorithm challenge. We're gonna split you guys into two groups to solve algorithms and challenge each other to see who can solve more or solve faster. Month three is the same thing, but tougher algorithms. Okay, and then month three will be the same thing. My bad. Then month four, this is where you guys brainstorm on an app idea. I mean, if you don't go on to do the go live thing, this is how we used to traditionally do things. You come up with an app idea, wherever it is, design the app, okay, develop the app, and then deploy the app in month 6. Okay, so yep, that is gonna be, so it's gonna be quite a few projects here. Okay, the first one, month 1 is one project. Month 2 and 3, we're gonna do 2 mini toy projects, not too efficient, but it's good enough to combine your knowledge in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And then month 4, you'll be doing a small project also with Vue.js, okay, with the framework. So you can see the difference between doing it with plain JavaScript and doing it with a framework like Vue. Okay, then month 5 and month 6 is when you really do your final project as a group. So yeah. I think it's coming to an yeah, that's it. So this is our team. There's quite a few more of us. Okay, there's quite a few more of us, but this is an old slide. So we have Ming, my partner. Then that's me. Okay, then there's Shatish. So then there's Elise working on digital marketing. So I think I didn't include them in this slide, but we have a few more. I think we have Clement, another mentor for web development. Eugene is a mentor for cybersecurity. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Alice is also a mentor. She's a computer science grad, so no worries at all. And then yeah, join us, be part of us, join the community. Here's some pictures from our past events before the lockdown, of course, before the lockdown. And yeah, that's it. Any questions, guys? Oh, yeah, any questions, guys? Can feel free to unmute yourself. Okay, June, sorry, just saw your question. As for the timetable, we haven't set a date yet. Okay, so far, how many days for learning, right? 1 week. So far, what we have now is Wednesday, we have one web development. So it's all 7:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. or 7:45 to 10:45, 3 hours lah. Okay, Tuesday is cybersecurity. Wednesday is web development beginner. Thursday is web development intermediate, so they're in month 4, month 5 already. By the time you guys start, they'll be in month 5. And then we have another group, data science is on Friday. Okay, data science is on Friday. So if you guys come in, I would assume, I mean, we can feel free to discuss throughout a date, but I would think that it would be best if we can do it on a Monday maybe. Yes, June, I will send over the syllabus. Actually, you can check out this. I'll send this slides later on. You can check out the syllabus on our website. Again, one sec. Let me just. Yeah, so here's the syllabus curriculum. I'll send this thing later, so don't worry. So yeah, this is the syllabus. Here, month 1, responsive web design. Okay, introduction to web development, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Okay, then you do your project. Then basic JavaScript, learning about data structures, algorithm scripting, and syntax. Okay, learning about loops and all that. Then month 3 and month 4 we combine together because it's basically intermediate JavaScript already. Learning about OOP and all that stuff, object-oriented programming, DOM manipulation. So this is where the fun stuff happens. Here is where you might be a bit lost here, because at this point it's a lot of very abstracted ideas, doing some dumb algorithm challenges. But once you're good with this, then we move on to this one. Things will start to make sense when you come here. So month 3 and 4, you learn ES6, the newest version of JavaScript. Learn Vue.js, super strong framework, super famous framework. You can check it out. It's booming in China right now. Super duper famous. Then there's Express and web servers, learning how to build your own servers, build your routing, all that kind of stuff. Backend stuff. So I would say this is front end. This is, programming fundamentals. This is front end. This is programming fundamentals. This is something you need to know regardless. GitHub version control. I'll talk about it in the future, but very important tool for web developers. And then I think one session would be used to teach you command lines as well, basic command lines, so you can navigate your file system without using a mouse. Okay, this everything on the command line. Then 2 projects in month 3 and 4. You're gonna build a simple project. Last project we built an exchange rate calculator, and we built a expense tracker app. So all these projects that we built together, firstly you can solidify your knowledge. Secondly, you can use this to show your employers that you know your stuff, you know how to do JavaScript, and you know how to do vanilla JavaScript. That's what we call it, JavaScript without frameworks. That's very important, because see, one thing about front end, and also one good point for us about front end, is front end technology changes every time. It always change. Every 5 years, always 10 years, there'll be a new technology. That's why unis cannot change fast enough for them. This is why we have an edge in front end. Jun, I think you were not here for just now, but just to reiterate again, from month 1 to month 4, that's when we really get an edge over computer science students, because front-end technologies are very new. They probably only spend 3 months in it as well. Their strength is in month 6 or month 5, month 6 onwards, doing backend stuff. I can walk you through the slides later again, June, if you want.
I have questions. Okay. Actually, I just wonder. Can you just tell me what is the differences between like computer science, what they are learning? I think more or less similar, but what's the difference between programming, software engineer, and programming? Yeah.
Okay.
What at the end they would actually.
Okay. So let's talk about software engineering versus web development. I think that's a more common question. Software engineering and web development is almost the same. It's just, instead of building a software for Mac OS, for Windows, for Android, you're building a software on the web. That's it, as simple as that. So you don't need to download anything. You can run everything on the web. So it's equally difficult, but now you have to learn web-based technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so that's web development versus software engineering. About computer science degrees versus self-taught. Okay, computer science degree has a lot of emphasis on algorithms, on backend, building up servers, databases, and a lot of emphasis on optimization. Okay, they have to optimize, because at the end of the day, computer science boils down to searching and sorting. Okay, searching and information. When you go to Facebook, you search my name, Derek Yee, you get a bunch of stuff coming down, right? So that requires very, very tough algorithms to make it fast. So time and space complexity, you can search this up. Time complexity and space complexity. They spend a lot of time in this, which we will not cover. So this is really for the very big companies learning all this stuff. Learning all this stuff. Okay. Maybe we can cover 1 or 2 sessions just to get the idea, but in-depth stuff, doing all these calculations, we don't need to do this. Okay. This is not necessary. This is to speed up your stuff. Maybe you can learn along the line, but our goal here is to get you quickly, get a job. Then you can slowly learn this once you start getting a job. You don't need to, go to uni for 3 years to learn this. No need. Okay. I personally haven't really learned this yet.
Okay, so at the end, after your course, so what we should call us? We should call us as a web developer or what?
Depending on what your job calls you, right? If you're, I saw people went on and the job calls them a software engineer, then they would be using software technology. But at the end of the day, it's all algorithmic thinking. Once you have that, you can use the skills regardless. So what you can call yourself, if you go through full stack, you can call yourself a junior full stack developer, junior full stack web developer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Software, you can call yourself software engineer, but it depends on the role that you're doing. If you're doing web-based technologies, then you're a web developer. If you're doing something that's not on the web, then you can call yourself a software. But web is still software, right? So yeah, you can also call yourself software engineer. Yeah. So yep. So month 4 we'll be doing this stuff. Month 5, databases, Heroku, DigitalOcean, MongoDB, API calls. Okay. Then we do a full stack project, a simple one, where we walk you through and do it together. And then month 6 is where you design, develop, deploy your full stack web app together. The startup idea that I was talking about. This is when you do it together. The whole month you'll be doing this. The mentors will guide you. Come to classes, the mentor will guide you also. But ultimately, the 15 hours in that week will be used to learn and build this thing up. Yeah, guys. I think that's all on my end, guys. Is there anything that I left out?
Hi there.
Yes.
Sorry, I have some question. Actually, it's more in depth. I'm more interested into the cybersecurity side, but I'd like to know what is the prerequisite and then what are the structures, and after completing the course, what kind of accreditation certification that we will get? Because in this line, cybersecurity, I think certs are quite important. Accreditations.
Yes, true.
Okay. I cannot speak on behalf of cybersecurity. Everything I'm talking about right now is development, okay? Web development. Cybersecurity, yes, you can be CAH certified, okay? But really, the cybersecurity course is not something to get you a job. That is more of introducing the fundamentals to you. Then after that, you can learn yourself. So the mentor will teach you, it's only a 3-month course, that one. They teach you the introductions, cover everything that you may need to know. And then further on, you can go on to specialize to be CEH certified. Penetration testing, okay?
Okay, but what kind of prerequisite do we need?
For cybersecurity?
Yes.
No, there's no prerequisite. It's beginner friendly. It's really an introduction to cybersecurity. It's not something that brings you to get a job. It's an introduction to cybersecurity, teach you the basics, the fundamentals, and then you go on to learn on your own to focus on that stuff, to be CEH certified without a uni degree.
I see. Then do we need some kind of programming language that we need to master?
Oh, no. You don't need to master any. You can learn during the class. No need to master any. Yeah. But don't worry, it's beginner friendly for cybersecurity.
Okay.
Yeah. But right now, everything I'm talking about is completely not related to cybersecurity. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. Yeah, June. So this is what you missed out on just now. I just basically walked them through HTML first. This is what you need to be a full stack. This is what you need to be a full stack developer.
Preview.
Here, yep, a roadmap. I'll just very quickly walk through. So these are the stuff that you need, regardless of the. You know what? Actually, June, maybe I'll do a separate chat with you, or I can send this over to you later on. So we don't have to. These people don't have to listen to me again. But yeah, guys, any questions so far? What are your thoughts?
Actually, I understand all the things that you said, but I'm just concerned about the step-by-step guide, because I have actually signed up another course which is also programming, okay, web development, but actually only the parts of hands-on, practical parts is quite confusing for me. So if you can solve that problem for me, so I think it's easier for me, because theoretically I actually go and learn already, but just the
what do you mean by theoretical?
Theoretical means I actually go to W3 school and learn, okay, what is this? Okay, what is the coding? So I learned a little bit already, but just that when I applied on it, so I feel that cannot form something, so I need someone to help me and guide me step by step. Why this one cannot be formed?
Okay.
Yeah. It will do me a mistake again, but why still cannot form? I actually follow the ways, but it still cannot form. So because there is no mental beside me. Yeah, this is a problem.
Okay. Yeah. At the end of the day, the project part is the hardest one, right? I've been through it as well. Tutorial hell, that's what we call it. We do a lot of tutorials, W3C schools, follow YouTube tutorials. We do a lot. At the end of the day, we need to do projects, and that is the part that is hardest. And yes, firstly,
correct.
we will walk you through projects. Firstly, that's one thing. Okay, in month 3, we'll be doing 2 projects together to combine your knowledge in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. As I said just now, we built an expense tracker, okay, and we built a to-do list, and we built a exchange rate converter. So we built these 3 things together, and then you have a homework to probably come up with depending on your batch. Okay, we give you a task, build it up yourself. You have any difficulties, okay, try it yourself. You have any difficulties, you can text us anytime. Yeah, so during the class, we walk you through, you code along, we explain line by line. That's what we call rubber ducking. We explain line by line what each line of code does. That's what we do during the class. But after the class, during the week, you need to put in the hard work and do it yourself. And yeah, you can text us anytime. You can call us also if you want. Really. And I mean, worst case scenario, if you're not happy with the support we're providing, it's just 1 month you're paying. You're not committing to anything. So, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm lying or something, but definitely I go on calls with, that's pretty much my job. I go on calls with my students all the time when they need help. So I spend up to 2 to 3 hours on one call with them just to build a project with them. I've done that before. But that also comes with a student's initiative because not everyone is that motivated. I'm really happy that you're really excited to build projects and all that.
Hey, Derek, it's very clear, and thanks for doing this intro session. Got a better picture of this entire thing.
Awesome, Jake.
I got to go soon, so
okay, bro.
We'll keep in touch.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Would you like? Okay. I mean, before that, would you guys be okay with 7:30, maybe Monday?
When you say the time, is it usually morning or like?
No, it's at night. After work.
Because actually, I'm concerned, right? Like for people who's actually like working and they wanted to like participate in these classes, like sometimes they can't like make it in the morning, so like the schedule will get like you say there's like different session, right? So that's why I'm thinking. Yeah.
Difficult.
Sorry, Jun, you're saying?
Now it's difficult.
I can't hear you, Jun, but our classes are at night, 7:30 p.m. Or 7:45, depending on your group, you can set a time. It's not in the morning, so don't worry about that.
Because the end of my job is actually at 7, so when I reach home it's actually 8 or 8 something already. So I afraid that I can't commit it. So I don't know anybody here can commit with this time or not.
I mean, our courses so far have been committing to that time, but if you guys cannot commit to that time, we can do weekends if you like. Like maybe this time, I'm okay. That's why we're very open to discussion. It's not fixed. There's nothing fixed here. So really, this call is to chat about this kind of stuff.
Also, if you need a place for the town hall, right, you can actually go to work co-working space.
Oh yes, Jake, we're having some partnership with work, so working on it now. In the future.
My office is there, so.
Oh, nice, very nice. Maybe I'll see you in the future, Jake. Very nice. Yeah, I'll talk to you again, Jake.
Yeah, cool. Oh yeah. So I got to go. Sorry. Yeah.
Hey, no worries.
Yep. All right. Ciao.
Okay.
Bye. Bye, Jake.
Bye.
Bye, Jake. Hey, wait, Jake. Ah, shit. Actually, can you guys drop me your contacts?
Yeah.
Or is this your? Yeah, just drop me your contacts, lah. So yeah,
Okay.
Any more questions, guys? I'm happy to stay back and chat. But if you're done, no questions, feel free to leave. I'm done with my presentation already.
Okay, so you mentioned the class will be online due to the pandemic. Like
Yes.
I mean, like when will the class will be reopened in? I mean, like if we were to attend the class, we will be attending online instead of like going out, right?
Yes, online. It's all online, bro.
Okay.
Completely online. Yeah.
Then okay.
Yeah. We're thinking of setting up a physical presence again sometime soon, but I don't think if COVID is not completely done, we're not going to do it because we have to pay rent and all that. And we actually paid rent on the first month of MCO in Malaysia, right? We paid rent for the first month, right? And yeah, it's just a waste of money. So we decided to not think of anything physical, at least for the near future. Any more questions, guys?
Yes. See you,
Yeah,
teacher.
bro.
Okay, I
Mama
want to
Do.
ask you. Yeah, how I can get the link
Two.
for classes?
Oh yeah. We will send you the invitation on your email, just like how I sent it to you guys. So it's gonna be in your email, in your calendars. Just click on the link. That's it.
You have to. You have my email.
I think I do, Mamado. If not, do all of you mind just dropping your contact here so I can reach out to you guys after this? Thanks, guys.
Okay, I will send you my email now.
Hey, okay, thanks, bro. Just drop it in the comment here, bro. Mamado.
Yes.
Drop it in the
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Hey, thanks, Jordan. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it, guys. Really happy to have more people like you guys in the community. Okay. Any more questions? Hey, thanks, Terrence. No worries. Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Mamado. Thanks, Melissa.
Welcome.
Thank you, all of you. Bye-bye.
Welcome.
Just text me anytime. I think do you guys have my number? I'll drop it here.
I need your number. Can I get it?
Yeah, I dropped it in the comment.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, this one. Okay, your WhatsApp number.
Yep.
Okay, I will send you message later.
Okay, thanks, bro. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Bye. Bye, Melissa.
Okay, later I will test you.
Okay, bye-bye, bro. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Yes.